Dayflow.
Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Tayflow back at it again with another video. In this Clash of Clans video, we're going to be covering a specific army composition that has been dominating in both War and Legend League. So the Dragon Duke has been added about a week ago at the time of me making this video. So let's take a look at what we got going on with our army. So at the very top, you see we have 10 Dragon Riders and 6 Super Baby Dragons. And for heroes, we have the Archer Queen, the Grand Warden, the Minion Prince, and the Duke Dragon. Don't worry about the equipment, I'll go over it in just a little bit. And for our spells, we have Totem spells and the Hero Revive spell. And for CC troops, we have a Super Dragon and an Ice Golem. And for our equipment, I'm running the Giant Action Figure and the Giant Arrow. And we have the Dark Crown and the Dark Orb for the Minion Prince, the Rage Gem and Eternal Tome for the Grand Warden, and the Fireheart and Flame Blower for the Duke Dragon. Now there is going to be a new epic equipment coming out in the next event for the Duke Dragon, so don't upgrade too much just yet. Now that I showed you what the army comp looks like, let me demonstrate how it's used in an attack. So when attacking using this attack strategy, there are a few key buildings that you must get rid of as soon as possible. Your first priority should be getting rid of all the air defenses. If you leave just one towards the end, it could derail your entire attack. With the Archer Queen's ability, in particular her Giant Arrow, you can take out multiple air defenses if lined up correctly, but it's not an easy task in most cases. So if you're able to use her ability to get rid of 2 air defenses, that's great. The next thing you want to do is place the Duke Dragon down, right near one of the remaining air defenses, and use the Duke Dragon's Flame Blower ability to take out the 3rd air defense. After this, you only have 1 air defense to worry about during the attack. Now it's time to place down the rest of your army. The goal of this attack strategy is to overwhelm the base as quickly as you can. Now go back to where you originally placed your Archer Queen. You then want to place down your Minion Prince and your Grand Warden, right near where you placed your Archer Queen. And then place all of your Dragon Riders and Inferno Dragons as quickly as you can at the same spot. Since this army composition doesn't have a poison spell, I love to place this army down near the clan castle and use the Warden's ability to make my troops invulnerable. The best time in my opinion to pop the Warden's ability is when your Dragon Riders have made it over the first wall of the base, and because your troops are invulnerable, they'll be safe from any furnace troops your opponent may have in the castle. And I'm sure many of you are aware of this already, a single furnace troop can derail an entire attack. Once when the CC troops are taken care of, now it's time to make use of those totem spells. To ensure you don't misuse your totem spells, there are 3 buildings that you want to use your totem spells to distract. Any Inferno Tower that targets a single target. Don't worry about Inferno Towers that can target multiple targets at once. The next building is the Revenge Tower, and finally the Monolith. Now we're at the point where you destroyed most of the base. You then want to use your Overgrowth spell on any of the key defenses that are left. Now your troops should be destroying the rest of the buildings in the base, and this is usually the point in time throughout your attack where you may need to revive heroes. And there are 2 heroes that you should always revive in this kind of attack, and that's the Minion Prince or Duke Dragon. Having the Minion Prince alive can help clear the rest of the base a lot quicker because of the effects of the Dark Crown, while the Duke Dragon soaks up all the hits. And once when the Overgrowth spell runs out, you then want to place the rest of your totem spells around whatever key defensive building is left, and it should be either the Revenge Tower or the Monolith. Now I understand most people make it a priority to take out those 2 buildings as soon as possible and not leave them for later. However, it's really your heroes that are doing the work, so you want to keep them alive as long as you can. So you just want to take out as many buildings as possible, like wizard towers, etc. You could target them early on, but I have the most success doing it this way. It's up to you. As you can see, this attack requires no skill whatsoever. It's not as skill dependent like Royal Champion WoW, and it's also very forgiving if you happen to make mistakes. In fact, you can make numerous mistakes and still 3-star, which is what I love so much about this attack strategy. Let me now show you a couple of attacks. I won't talk, just sit back and watch. Don't worry, I will post the army comp link in the description below, so you don't have to manually add everything. And with that, here is a compilation of my favorite attacks with this army composition. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video.